Hi, I'm Eric Tomato.
I'm Matt, and all I see is Rob Schneider's face.
I'm so sorry. Like, Rob Schneider... Because there are people who, like, you're not a great art... You're I don't like your work, but you seem like a nice person, like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
There's... I love your work, but you're an asshole, like Sean Connery was.
Yeah.
There's... I like your work, and you're a great person, Weird Al.
Yep.
And then there's you're a talentless shit, and you're just an asshole, Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
So we got welcome back to Mindbreakers.
Hey, sorry about that. I just saw Rob Schneider. I felt fear.
We got a sequel today.
Another sequel.
A squeakquel, if you will.
No,
we're not. Trust me. Don't
Never.
worry. We're not.
I can tolerate the first one. I can't even. No.
We are taking a look at a 1987 horror anthology.
Ooh.
Creepshow 2.
I didn't know Creepshow got a sequel. That's cool.
Got a few sequels.
Oh, damn.
3 macabre tales from the latest issue of a boy's favorite comic book, dealing with a vengeful wooden Native American, a monstrous blob in a lake, and an undying hitchhiker.
Okay.
George A. Romero is no longer in the director's chair. We have Michael Gornick instead. George A. Romero writing one of the 3 stories.
Okay.
Stephen King writing only one of the stories.
Okay.
And not really. But we'll get to that.
Okay.
And Lucille Flechette writing the last one.
Okay.
Or writing whichever one she did. I don't really know. Tom Savini's in it. He's back at least.
Hell yeah. Always good to see Tom.
Or even his work.
Yeah, especially his work.
George Kennedy's in it. Photos of it include a comic book cover of Creepshow 2, an album cover of Iron Maiden's The Trooper, and some cartoon nonsense.
On the IMDb page?
Yes.
Okay.
This gets a 6 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
This is rating.
Yeah, pretty high.
And yeah, I really like the first one.
I wonder if it's the same kid.
I know it's the same. I mean, Tom Savini was in the last one.
Yeah.
He was the garbage guy at the end who picked up the comic book.
Yeah. That's right.
He's the creep now.
Oh,
I'm a creep.
I'm a creeper.
I'm a weirdo.
Aw,
Boom, boom, boom. I can't stop singing in this bloody tune. Anyway, let's
I'm
ride
excited. Like you said, I like the first one.
Creepshow 2.
Yeah.
"5 years ago, Stephen King and George Romero, 2 masters of the macabre, created their hallmark of horror, Creepshow. Many would argue that nothing of significance has happened since. Until now. Maybe you don't get out much.
Oh, this is crazy. This is totally crazy.
Maybe you're always running late.
I gotta go.
Or maybe you just have other things on your mind.
They gotta make me a movie star.
But if you only make it to one scary film all year, make it one you'll remember all year long. Creepshow 2. If you like movies that will keep you stuck to your chair. Stephen King and George Romero have conjured up an all-new Creepshow.
No! That's impossible!
Just for you.
I mean, what is it?
I don't know.
So don't just sit there.
And I'm gonna swim for it right now.
Walk. Run. Swim if you have to.
I got you!
But whatever you do, don't take your time. Because the scares come twice as quickly in
I beat you.
Creepshow 2.
All right, that was really good.
Yep. Very good. I had a good time.
Stephen King actually wrote 2 of the stories. and the wraparound. It was just the Hitchhiker was not
Okay,
him.
okay, I was gonna say because the first one felt like a.
But the last one, the Hitchhiker, was incorrectly attributed to him for years, but only recently we found out it was by Lucille Flechette.
It's just like a thing that like happened and no one really like.
She was uncredited.
Okay.
And people assumed, well, it's Stephen King's here. I'm assuming he wrote everything.
Sure.
It's like for years, like for a while, they thought that Boris Karloff sang "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch," because they said the sounds of the Grinch. Boris Karloff.
He was the narrator, though, right?
He was the narrator, and he voiced the Grinch.
Okay.
But the singer for the Grinch was Thurl Ravenscroft.
Right.
The man with the coolest name ever.
Yeah.
But we begin with a kid, and he's hanging out outside on his bike.
As you do as a kid.
And the comic delivery truck comes out, and it's the Creep. It's Tom Savini.
Sure is.
Who was a garbage man at the end of the last one.
You picked up the comic book?
Mm-hmm. It's not the same character.
No, but I'm saying that's what he did, right?
Yeah. And he's like, "Hey, Billy." And he doesn't voice it. The voice is Joe Silver.
Yeah.
So it's almost as if you think your life depends on you getting the first print of the comic.
And Billy's like, yeah,
it's a good comic.
good comic, I like it.
All right. And so he gets the comic, then it becomes animated.
I say it's suddenly Cartoon Bill.
And we get the whole animated intro. We get little teases of the three stories.
Yeah, it's like their big opening credit kind of thing.
In comic book style. And then we see this like big cartoon mansion.
Yeah.
Spooky mansion. And we get the Creep, who actually, last movie, the Creep weirdly looked like the Crypt Keeper would.
Yeah.
Down the line in the 90s, in the 90s show. But this Creep looks, he's the Crypt Keeper from the original EC horror comics, but he's like in a tuxedo with the hooded cloak. So just the dirty old robe.
You call him at some point the witch from Snow White.
Hey, it looks like the witch from Snow White, but a dude.
Yeah. It's pretty accurate description of him. He's cool though. I like the way he looks. I think he's neat.
Which would be a really fun ending to Snow White. The witch the queen wins, she kills Snow White, finds out the potion.
Just another.
No, the potion.
Yeah.
It's not temporary.
Uh-oh.
There's no antidote.
Uh-oh.
You just, well done. You look like this now. I would have liked that. But so he makes some typical like boys and ghouls is this thing and punishment.
Yeah.
Which I don't like it, but
Alright.
that's EC horror comics. That's what they do. That's true to the source material.
I will say the intro it's animated, like the whole thing's animated alright, but the intro is kind of calm in comparison to what fucking comes later. In terms of the animation and character period.
We'll talk about the wraparound segment right at the end.
Yeah.
And
I start reading it though.
I'm really, really happy because because I really like the first Creepshow. One of the main things I wanted in Creepshow that would have made it better was actually having the Creep host the segments, a la Rod Serling or Boris Karloff on The Veil or Hitchcock.
Yeah.
And this has that.
Yeah.
I like the horror host. I like the host segments.
And he does like a pretty good job too of like getting you ready for the next one, linking each like the whole.
Give an intro, give an outro, lots of puns.
That's it. They incorporate it into the comic book stuff too.
So, but we get our first story, Old Chief Woodenhead.
Yeah.
There's this lovely old man who's called Spruce.
Yep.
Will Spruce. I think his name is William.
That sounds right.
He's touching up the war paint on. He has got a wooden native outside his general store.
Big old wooden statue.
You've seen these. You've seen these.
If you've been to like any old town or and just go off city islands.
Hell, I saw one in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a thing.
Any like rural area will probably have one of these somewhere.
It's something that actually used to be mainly it was to let you know the store sold cigarettes.
Pretty much. As how it was back in the day. But this dude's like so nice.
He's real. His wife's really nice. But he
owns a shop.
He owns a shop, and the shop used to be doing really well because the town used to be booming. But now it's like, I think there's like a trailer park a ways away and a gas station, and that's about it.
Yeah, like the little bit of stuff that they drop, he says that like the lands will flourish again one day. So probably there was huge vegetation, all died out. God knows why. But you think that's getting him down? No, he just likes hanging around here. He likes helping people.
And he's given a lot of credit.
Yeah.
And mainly a lot to the tribe, the nearby. I don't know what tribe. They don't say. I'm not going to guess.
They just say the tribe.
I'm not going to guess.
Yeah.
But the natives live in the area, and one who I'm assuming is their chief, because he's speaking for the tribe in its entirety.
I'm assuming it's Ben.
Jonathan.
Is it John or Ben?
Ben.
Ben sounds
Ben's
right.
White Moon.
Yeah.
Ben's White Moon, and he comes over. It's like, I'd like to talk to you. It's all right. Come inside, and it's like, all right. Here you go. In here is the most valuable possessions from every family in our tribe. And if we don't pay back our debt to you in 2 years,
it's yours.
That's yours.
And obviously,
he's like, no, I can't take this. I can't have this.
Yeah.
It is bad to borrow, but it is worse to beg.
If you just give it
back. If you keep this, we are borrowing from you. We are borrowers.
Give it back.
We are beggars again, and there's not a worse insult.
Yeah, and knowing that, he's like, all right. Well.
And the wife comes out. It's like, I was telling him earlier that he trusts that people do not deserve his trust. You have proven that I was wrong.
Yeah, at least moment,
about you.
It's great, and it's just a nice time. Too bad 2 seconds fall out.
Also, the White Moon says, like, he seems to like just chill, just like Spruce.
Yeah,
he just kind of talks to the wooden native statue.
Yeah, he says his hellos and his farewells. He salutes.
Statue moves a bit.
Yeah, he's kind of like,
you guys should leave.
Get out of here. I think that thing moved. I don't like it.
I mean, I like it, but
they shouldn't move.
Shouldn't move.
With the thing in hand, they go back inside, getting ready to close up shop of the day.
But it's Sam. But Ben's nephew, Samuel White Moon.
Yeah.
In what I call flag clothes. He's got the boots. He's got the jeans. He's got the jean jacket. No shirt. Weirdly enough.
He's going to Hollywood, isn't he? Right?
He's going to Hollywood. Yeah, he is planning. But essentially, they ransack the place
because they're getting ready to leave.
I go to Hollywood.
No, Hollywood. So you become a movie star.
Because he has nice hair, I guess.
Grew it for 9 years. Took him 9 years to grow it.
Hey, remember that movie guy? You seen the movie? The guy, he has the hair and all his powers come from it, and then it comes. Broad cuts it off, and he loses all his powers.
Yeah.
And do I look better? Have you seen? Do you know that movie? No. I look better than the guy from that movie, right? Yeah, because you have a shotgun pointed at me. You psycho.
Yeah, there's like a part where he tells her to go get her purse in the background because he said, "I saw it, so go get it." It's like, why don't you just fucking take it at that point? But there's 2 dudes with him.
You ran. You made us leave. Oh, you were stealing.
Yeah.
And we're stealing now. And this gets me because this guy will basically give credit to fucking anybody Yet you decided you had to steal from him.
Yeah.
You could have just not. And you would have gotten the same stuff anyway.
And even then, like, he's not gonna put up a fight. Just take this stuff and leave.
But then the problem happens where he wants the package that the chief gave him.
Yeah, and he has two dudes with him.
Yeah.
Some fucking
Rich
kid, Billy.
Rich kid and fatty.
Rich kid, dickhead, but at some point he's like, hey, look, we got the money and our food. Can we just, like, fuck off? And he's like...
Yeah, I don't mean... Hey, that's so easy for you, rich boy.
Just go.
No, he's rich. His old man's rich.
The old man's rich. Got him a Firebird. Sweet car. So he tells him to go outside to get the car ready because they're getting ready to go. And that's when he wants the...
Though I gotta say, it's got... Rich kid, you know he's a douchebag.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, you have a fight. Like, just like... He has the Firebird symbol on the back of his vest. It's like someone who drives a Ferrari, but they can't just drive a Ferrari. They have to Everything they have has to be Ferrari branded. It's like, fuck off, come on.
He goes to get the car and then he asks...
You know what's better? You know what's worse than the people who drive Ferrari but wear all the Ferrari branded stuff as well? Who don't drive Ferrari and wear all the Ferrari branded stuff.
Yeah. Rich boy goes to get the car, and before they can leave, they want the pouch.
And he's like, no, I can't. They trusted me with this.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's like, it's your uncle. Like, this is
your people's stuff.
And despite the guy eventually just going to get the bag anyway, because let's face it, the guy's 80, and he's not going to put up much of a fight against the big guy, the gun goes off.
Yeah, it's accidental. He didn't mean to shoot his wife, the guy's wife, but he very much does.
And he did. I mean, Spruce is just like, wait, what the and then as he goes to go for it, he just shoots him. His figures, fuck it. One's dead. I gotta kill the other one. And the guy kills him. What? Fatso or fat guy?
Yeah, fatso, fat guy, fat boy. Just call any variation of fat.
He literally calls him a slave at some point.
Where would I go though? I'm not going to run without my slave.
Yeah. He throws up. He's like, oh well. You just killed the guy. Like, I'm not going to be able to forget that. You're going to be better. Okay. They just go back home to get their stuff. He pigs out.
I'm sure I know seeing someone two people fucking murdered isn't going to be great on the nervous system. But I feel like it probably wouldn't have been as bad if we didn't spend the entire scene drinking Pepsi and eating Twinkies, right?
Eating anything. They drive off, and then the statue got mad.
That statue was angry.
Starts moving, grabs the paint can.
Because the paint was knocked over when they escaped, and he puts his own war paint on.
Shooting stuff over, and
puts his own war paint on, and
goes for a hunt.
Goes on the warpath.
On the warpath.
So first, it's the fat guy's watching the Cisco show.
Is that what that was?
Cisco Kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's real or not. I've never seen it.
I'm sure it's some public domain thing now, so...
Like I would like them to make the movie Home Alone, though.
The Merry Christmas, you
keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yeah.
So he's chilling in his trailer, and then old Woodenhead shoots him straight through the back of the head. Actually, with the way the fat guy is dressed, with the denim vest and the hat and everything, and just kind of his face. He looks like Chris Chan from his trucker suit era.
It's weird.
It's really weird. So if you want to see Chris Chan get shot in the head with an arrow, Creepshow 2.
He gets hit with 3 arrows. He gets 2 in the body and 1 in the head.
Yeah.
You never see it happen. He's just that good. And Rich Boy's next.
You see, this is done very well with Silhouette.
Yeah.
He's leaving. His parents are watching the same show.
Yeah.
So he leaves with his duffel bag. He goes to his car's had the shit kicked out of it.
Yeah, because he can hear the noise through the door. He's like, what the fuck? So he goes in.
The car obviously...
Car's wrecked.
Deservedly so, at the very least.
And then you get the cool...
Hell, I think it would have given his involvement in the actual murder.
Yeah.
I think it would have been fair just we kick the shit out of you.
Well, that's what I thought was...
Yeah, Woodenhead just kicks the shit out of his car and
because the rich kid doesn't know they're dead.
No.
Because he went to go get the car.
Yeah.
But no, he says, nuh-uh. And the Silhouette has him, looking at the car. The statue comes
and then hits him with the tomahawk.
And then places his body on the fucking hood of the car. It's dope as hell. You go to the third guy.
Who's looking at himself in the mirror with a rifle.
I think the same show is playing in the back.
He has a shirt on now, though.
He does have a shirt on now.
Still looks a lot like Randall Flagg.
Yeah.
At least how I imagine Randall Flagg in the books.
Yeah.
And he gets...
Well, here's the noise.
Here's the noise. He opens the door. It's Woodenhead with a knife.
Can't be alive, man. Can't be alive.
And he grabs him. And shoots him, does nothing. Then you see he grabs the hair, pulls it back, lifts the knife.
You're a really good shot, too, because he pulls him through like a fucking wall. Like through a mirror.
Yeah,
it's just dope.
Does the fucking rip through the wall.
Yeah. Camera like tracks it from above. It's really sick, and you get the fucking hand chopping down some like, oh, what's gonna happen? It cuts away. And Ben's going back. And he wakes up with his pouch next to him.
And then he sees the... he doesn't go into the store, but he sees the
carnage.
The carnage. He sees the shot up storefront with the sign hanging off. And he sees Chief Woodenhead with fresh war paint on. Holding Samuel Whitemane's scalp in his hand.
So fitting.
Samuel Whitemoon.
Yeah. So fitting.
Perfect fit.
You didn't even have to see it. The payoff was so good. And I think Ben kind of realizes what happened. And he's like,
rest. May your spirit rest.
Because like the minute he saw the pouch, like I'm pretty sure he might have just assumed that he just brought it back or something.
I think it would have been one. This was a really good one.
Yeah.
But I think the way I would that to make it slightly better is because the statue coming to life is never explained. It's just one of those things that happens.
Yeah.
So one that would have made it better, or at least better in a way. It's still good. Sam goes back after Ben goes back after Sam and the gang is left, sees the carnage, and then like puts a spell on the...
He's like, we could tell there's already something with the statue, because Ben sees it move. Like, it moves towards him when he says bye at the start. So there's already something with it. But yeah, like, just the fact that it just kind of goes off and does its own thing is a little bit weird, but outside of that, like, I didn't expect to be so fucking invested in this.
Personally, I think it's because there have been Stephen King stories involving Native American spirits before.
Sure.
Pet Cemetery.
I would say like literally Pet Cemetery
is the Wendigo.
Yeah.
That's the Wendigo. I mean, that's not the Wendigo in the original Native Legends.
Yeah.
But it is referenced that it's what happens when you bury someone in that ground.
Yeah.
Their body gets possessed by the Wendigo. That's how the resurrection works.
That's dope.
It is fucking dope. There's also another Stephen King book with the Wendigo in it. The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon.
Oh, yeah. I haven't read that.
Highly recommend. It's really good.
Is that short or a novel?
Short novel.
Okay.
I specify short novel because usually a Stephen King novel is about, like, that. I'm holding up a Kleenex box for reference. But I think this is the Manitou.
Okay.
The Manitou is a Native American vengeance spirit.
That makes sense, yeah. But this one was really good.
And since we don't know what tribe it is, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't have to think of like some specific. Like,
it's not like we forgot. Like they specifically
just
don't
tell
say
you
what tribe it is.
One of my favorite Native American creatures is actually it's Canadian. It's called Ogopogo.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah. I remember hearing stories
Canadian
about that
Loch
in elementary school.
Canadian Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Ogopogo's fucking badass.
The first one off to a fucking good start.
This one was good.
Really good.
Honestly, this one could have been a movie on its own.
Yeah. You could like even do like a short like episode something like 40 minutes. You could rock 40 minutes with this.
Like I wish they'd bring anthology stuff back. Because you know what you have with anthology stuff? All the ideas for movies that you can't quite make a full feature-length movie out of.
I mean,
boom!
I mean, not really like anthology, but it's the reason I like Black Mirror. Was because every episode was just something different. Nice.
Show I gotta recommend. Guillermo del Toro's Cabin of Curiosities.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck.
I saw, because we recently got Netflix again, and I saw that, and I'm like, I have to watch that.
It's not, like, it's one of those things like watching Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, where this isn't just a really good show, it's an art form is back now.
Yeah.
Because that was puppetry back.
Yeah.
This is, like, remember Alfred Hitchcock? Well, obviously not watching it on TV, it was...
No.
But...
Not that old.
That kind of thing. Like, it's not all by Guillermo del Toro. Like, not all of Alfred Hitchcock Presents was by Alfred Hitchcock. But we have the stories, and he hosts. He produces. He hosts each one.
Hell yeah! I'll definitely have to check that out. That's been that was recently put on the list because I saw it.
So the next one we get is The Raft.
Probably my favorite.
This one is actually not an original story for this. Old Chief Woodenhead. That's completely original.
That's this movie, like specifically
this movie. The Raft, however, is a fairly it wasn't old at this time. It was in the second Stephen King anthology, Skeleton Crew. It's a story in that book. Written way before. Also from Skeleton Crew was The Mist.
Ooh.
The Skeleton Crew opens with The Mist.
Damn.
The Mist is long. The Mist is a novella.
Yeah.
Also the inspiration for Silent Hill.
Not that surprised.
Well, the first thing that happens in Silent Hill is you're in a diner.
Yeah.
The window breaks open with mist outside, and a fucking sealess pterodactyl tries to kill you.
That's a Silent Hill one. This one, you told me a little bit about before we hopped in, and the payoff was so good. I love this one a lot.
The guys from we got Horlicks again.
Yeah.
Horlicks University, which we went to in the first movie.
That's right. Yeah.
That's where the dude works. With the crate.
That's right. They go into a little tiny lake that has a raft, apparently. Because someone, I think, just knows about it.
Yep.
And they're your typical university, college, high school kids.
There's a jock, a nerd, and two girls.
One's hyper and so about that life, and one's quiet, timid, and shy. You know,
both of them want the jock, and no one wants the nerd. Well, he proves he's not worth wanting over the course of the story, but...
They all head to this tiny little fucking river out in the middle of nowhere.
It's a lake.
A little lake. There's a raft in the middle. Just chilling, like most rafts. They all decide, fuck it, let's hop in the lake. It's like near October, near the end of October, you mentioned.
So, and it's Maine.
Cold.
So
it's Maine.
Fucking... It's like near the end of October in fucking LA.
Yeah,
whatever.
You're still plus 60. You're good.
But Maine has similar weather to where I'm from in Nova Scotia.
Yeah. It gets pretty cold in October, especially back in the day.
Maine's basically American Nova Scotia. I love it.
Yeah. So they all get in the water, they all get to the raft, but the two girls are a bit behind. And as the jock and the nerd climb up, the nerd looks over and he sees this weird little bird on the water, and bird no longer there.
Yep.
Bird gone.
Yep.
You go, where'd bird go? And he sees the little thing in the water. Like, that's fucking weird.
I gotta say, the effect on the...
so good.
It's probably something like... It gets better right when you see it at the end, because you see it's full of like bones and shit.
Yeah.
But fuck, this thing's cool.
And it's really cool too because so this thing is in the water and it senses them. It's gonna get them. So he tells the girls to hurry up, and this is when you first start seeing kind of shots of it, and it's hollow. Like, you don't see anything. It's dark on purpose because it's supposed to be mysterious.
Yeah.
The whole thing is like, what the fuck is that thing? We don't know what this thing is.
They don't explain in the short story. But because he spends a lot longer on the raft,
I figured,
so he theorizes.
Yeah.
It's most likely the main theory is that it was just some like normal ass bacteria that got fucking pollution into being a big monster.
Yeah, because they just think it's an oil slick at first because
it just looks like one you think when it gets close enough to see it, it's not an oil slick.
Yeah, but the jock's an idiot. And the nerd even says, I don't think it's an oil slick because we've seen them.
Why do you think it's an oil slick? Oh, I don't know. Well, you see it's moving this way. Yeah, but it's windy. Yeah, but the wind's moving the other way. So
And even the nerd is like, I think it was going for the girls. Like it looked like it was hunting for them. He's like, that's hooey.
Oh, you think we're in some kind of like George A. Romero movie?
Come on.
Stephen King story?
Smoke this weed and prove we're wrong.
So they're hanging it gets close to the raft, and the timid girl looks in, just kind of gets like hypnotized by it, which is a lot more of the thing in the story.
You're telling me that in the story, like the weird fucking thing, like kind of just...
Well, because you can see all the colors when you look at it, it's like kind of hypnotic.
I think it's super sick.
And she touches it, and it fucking...
Yeah, and it's not just like a little tendril. It's like fucking... Like, it got it.
And she's screaming, it hurts.
Yeah, and I bet it does, because it looks like it's burning the fucking skin.
Her death isn't the best. She just goes into it.
Yeah, well, you get like the first half before she's in the water. And then she gets into the water and just goes under. Just super fucking sick.
So, obviously, everyone's panicking.
Yeah.
The car is still open and still blasting awesome music.
It's right there. It's not even that far.
But it's so far as well, though.
But it's so far. And that's what I love about it, because it's like, realistically, if you're just there, nothing. You can get there in a minute and a half.
I think in the story, I haven't read Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew's not my favorite. Because there are very few... Unlike Night Shift, where I can like just... Oh, that story's really good. That story's really good. Skeleton Crew doesn't have a lot that I jump to as saying is really, really good.
Sure.
It's not bad, but it's not
good. You're not going to go back.
This one is one of the high points of Skeleton Crew. This and Survivor Type.
But, like you said, they start freaking out. And the very obvious answer is, we need to swim back.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other fucking way we're getting out of here except for swimming back.
So he's going to. The jock's going to. Deke. His name is Deke.
Yeah.
He's going to. But he steps on the crack. And it gets him. It oozes up, grabs his leg, and it breaks the board to rip him through.
This was so sick.
And it's like, it's eating him.
Yeah, like, he grabs him by the feet, pulls him through.
You see it pulling, and you see his torso and his leg right there with his torso.
Yeah, his leg just pops up. It's so good.
Now, I can't be too harsh on this.
Yeah.
Because the way it happens in the book, even with Tom Savini working on it,
you ain't getting that shit done.
1987, you're not gonna get this effect.
You mind, like, the raft is like your basic raft. It has holes.
Yeah, it's boards.
Yeah, it's boards.
And this points out that you're not safe if you're not completely grounded on the boards.
Because the whole point was that the ooze went, or the blob, I'll just call it the blob.
Went underneath it.
Underneath it. So the jock was like, oh, well, it's there. Chances are it'll take time to turn around. I can fucking make it because I'm the fastest swimmer here. And then the ooze goes, oh yeah? and then grabs him to the fucking board.
But it breaks through the board in this one. In the story, it doesn't. It liquefies you as it eats you. And
so fucking raw, dude. Jesus Christ. I love it. I love that shit.
And Deke's a snack. Gets eaten.
He's done. He's dead.
So they're obviously the other girl. She's basically done. She's out.
I don't blame her a little bit. Like
unfortunately, she refuses to get on her own feet.
Yeah.
Meaning, and you know, doing this guarantees, especially with the nerdy, not a strong guy. You're just gonna make both of you die if you do this.
It finally does go down though, and they realize the only thing they can really do is just watch it.
Yeah.
And see if there's any opportunity to even have a chance to get back to land.
They sleep.
They take shifts.
And then they just sleep. And then he kind of outs himself as just being a dirtbag.
A little rapey.
Like, I get at a certain point the rules of society are going to break down.
Yeah.
But dude, it's been one day.
It's like literally a day. It's at most 2. Like, yeah, he kind of just starts feeling her out. And then eventually...
And then she says no.
Yeah. So he gets up.
And then her head turns and does the goo on it and she gets into it.
Probably one of the sickest effects too, because he says "fuck it" and jumps into the water.
But and then she comes back out of it, but she's a skeleton.
So good. And then he's swimming in the water because he figures, fuck it, if not now, when? We get this really cool shot of seeing the fucking blob from the top, and you can see the bones and the fucking mold and the it's so good.
And he makes it. He makes it across.
Just barely.
Gets onto the, and then he's like, "I bet you," and then it goes over him.
Tidal waves his ass. I fucking love it.
It's a good way to end it for, like, I do prefer this ending for this type of thing.
Yeah.
Because that ending works better, A, for a movie.
Yeah.
And B, for an EC horror comic.
Yeah, especially since it's so short, too, right? Like,
Hell, there's a story pretty much exactly like this, but without the water involved. It's in the jungle.
Okay.
Or no, it's in a swamp.
Okay.
But there's water involved, but it's in a swamp.
Yeah,
in a swamp. There is one of those in one of the EC horror comics compilations I have.
Okay.
Actually, you keep talking. I'm gonna find it.
All right. I mean, yeah, I think this one, like, when we did Creepshow 1, God knows how long ago now.
Not that long.
Not that long, but, like, I have no presence of time.
It was at the new apartment.
Yep. I mentioned that I think The Tide was my favorite one because I just like the anticipation of, like, there's nothing you can really do about it. You just kind of have to wait until it happens, and that's sick. And this one was kind of like that too, where it's just like, it's you and the thing, and at some point, it's either gonna get you or you're gonna go.
Indeed.
And really sick. I love this one a lot. They both involve water, which I think is super cool. And the blob is sick too. The fucking effect of it is so neat. The way they're able to hide it, and like how it really looks until like the most dire moments is sick. It's awesome. I love it. I love this short. It's probably my favorite one in this one. I still think the Tide one's a little bit better, but so far so good. I liked it a lot. It was a very good time. I think it's definitely my favorite one in this one. Like, it was just that good. Third one was when we get to what was it? The third one was the Hitchhiker.
Third one's the Hitchhiker.
Which I think is really neat in concept and just really funny to see a woman just absolutely lose her fucking mind in like 20 minutes.
It is kind of the shortest to really describe.
Yeah, it's pretty like cut and dry. Like you get what the premise is in the first 2 minutes. It's like, what if the guy from I Know What You Did Last Summer was a zombie?
Because there's this woman who's she's cheating on her husband.
Yep.
And paying the dude, so he's got a pretty good gig here.
Yep.
And she's running a bit late because the
the
alarm doesn't work properly.
Yep.
So she's going home. She's driving, and then she hits a hitchhiker.
She somehow loses control. Like she was that fucking gif of Walter White, like driving in Mario Kart. Like that shit careens off the road, hits a hitchhiker, like you said. And she turns off her lights and drives away.
Found it. It's called The Terror of the Swamp.
Oh, nice.
It's from issue 15, I think, in the Vault of Horror.
Nice.
Was that 15 cents? Oh, 10 cents. Yeah, it's issue 15 of the Vault of Horror. Fuck me, comics used to cost 10 cents. But yeah, it's from Vault of Horror, issue 10.
Sick. Very cool.
So I distinctly remember there being a story a lot like that. Terror in the Swamp. Check it out. You can actually get the Vault of Horror Tales of the Crypt and Hunt of Fear compilations for a pretty reasonable price. It's $25.99 Canadian each.
Oh, it's not that bad for that size. Yeah.
$19.99 US for
about $20 US.
American viewers. You can find them in like not just comic book shops. You can find these in like Indigo and normalized bookstores and shit.
I don't know if you guys remember Chapters. Chapters?
Remember how there's better than Indigo, but we still have Indigo, but not Chapters.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know how that happened.
Anyway, sorry about that tangent. I just didn't remember that story and wanted to.
More
wanted to
interesting
share it.
the hitchhiker, to be honest, because the whole thing is just the hitchhiker fucking with this lady for
So she
20 minutes.
hits him, and then he keeps coming back like, "Thanks for the ride, lady," and trying to get in the car.
Yeah. The first time, like, when she hits him, she turns off her lights and drives away because she doesn't want to be seen. Because there's another car coming.
And that other car is a truck driven by Stephen King,
Sure is.
who was hard to recognize because he didn't have the glasses on.
Yeah, well, that's what we were watching. I'm like, fuck, is that King? Like, I don't know. And yeah, it ended up being King. So. Another guy pulls over, calls 911 because he's got a phone in his car because he's cool.
Spoilers, that's
The husband.
That's the husband. And a family comes over, like a dude and his wife come over, and they're just...
What happened here? What did it look like happened? You got hit? Pulls a flare out.
So she ends up driving into the woods with the guy hanging off the roof.
It was very like she drives away and she sees him in the mirror
Yeah.
at first. And she's like, you're fucking losing it. Like, you're not going to be able to live with this guilt. Like, you're already seeing him. And then, yeah, thanks for the line, baby. He starts tormenting her, which is great. Drive through the woods. Fucking rip of iron steel.
Wraps her car around a tree.
Yeah. She keeps fucking hitting him, too, because she wants him dead. He's like, even not dead, pinned. Just wants him pinned.
Leaves.
Oh,
He's back.
Wakes up and thinks she just hits a tree.
Drives over him like 8 times. Keeps ramming him with the car.
Finally think he's gone.
Goes
he
home.
appears on the foot.
She goes home.
Goes home.
And then he comes in.
Car is fucking totaled, by the way. Like, his bumper's
At
gone.
one point, the hitchhiker has a sign that says, "You killed me."
Yeah. Yeah, it's when he comes from underneath the car.
And then he's back, and he's also totaled.
Oh, yeah, he had a face before. Ain't got a face no more.
No.
They gone. It's all blood, flesh, and bone. Great. Looks cool.
He presumably kills her. We don't see it, but we see
Yeah,
the husband
like-
come home.
I thought he was
And
trying to
she's
eat her,
Nah.
but no.
And she's in the wrecked car with the sign that says Denver. Dover, which we was trying to go to.
Yeah, there's a part where, like, I think she passes a sign, reads it that way or whatever.
Well, he was holding it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was his, that's where he's going.
Yeah, not anymore. Well, maybe. Maybe he gets someone else.
Maybe you can walk. Well,
You can
he's
just
the
walk
Walking
in.
Dead now,
He's
so
fucking immortal.
clearly. Well, no, maybe is he? Because he got his revenge.
Maybe.
So, or maybe he's just dead again. His vengeful spirit
Oh, maybe.
would have
Maybe,
wanted.
yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
Who knows?
Just stolen. She's dead.
It is funny for George Romero to do to do movies based on the EC horror, inspired by the EC horror comics, because George Romero, he's known for zombies.
Yeah.
No shit. But in the EC horror comics, zombies were kind of the good guys.
Okay.
Because zombies weren't like, eat your flesh. They were, you killed me, you motherfucker.
Well, yeah, like, look at
I'm going to come back and get you.
Look at the Tide one.
You know
right?
what the usual way it happens? Man is happy, married to woman, woman is also happy. Other man, not happy. Kills happy man, bury happy man in swamp. Marry woman. Now woman is not happy. Because man is asshole. And then man who was happy, good man, come back and kill bad man.
Good.
So woman can no longer have bad thing happen. That's
Sad woman, but now no longer bad woman.
Well, not bad. No longer bad thing happened to a woman.
Yeah.
There's also in DC horror comics, prose stories, and 80% of these, you know what I mean when I say prose story, right? Just it's not a comic. It's just
Okay.
Just
yeah,
a short
yeah,
story.
Yeah. Okay.
and 80% of these
I
are
don't know that term. But
man has killed other man, or man does kill other man,
Gasp.
and it's either happened or it's either already happened or he does it in the story.
Okay.
But man has corpse. Man want to hide corpse. Man go to swamp or quicksand or tar pit. All basically the same thing when you think about it. Man drops corpse in tar pit or quicksand or swamp. They go in. And he's like, haha, I have hidden the body. I am so great, I will not get caught. Oh no, I have fallen into the quicksand or tar pit or swamp. Now I know I'm also dead.
I like days.
It happens so often.
Not like this, dude.
That's how you go.
Yeah, that was a hitchhiker. It's alright.
Good, not the best.
Not the best, but it's not bad.
Not the best. There aren't any bad stories.
No, you get some good action scenes. Like the stunt driving is great. The stunt man is fucking hero. Jesus Christ,
Legend.
Like,
Tom Savini's makeup glows.
Oh yeah.
In this.
I get like the hitchhiker looks great. Like the effects are amazing.
I know I didn't say what the ending to the raft is in the book. I'm gonna let you at home read Skeleton Crew for yourself, or just the raft if you can find just the short story.
Sure, you can
see
find
for
it.
yourself how it goes.
I'm gonna look for it on the way home.
Definitely recommend Survivor Type though.
Yeah, I have that bookmark.
Well, I'm recommending these people.
Yeah, I'm saying like I remember to bookmark it because I want to get that. Then we have the animated stuff.
Yeah, the wraparound segment where Billy he's the guy who got the comic book. He goes to the post office, picks up a COD package he ordered from the Creepshow comic.
Which fuck, remember when you could do that? You could go somewhere to get your package.
Yeah, I don't remember ordering stuff from comics.
No, I never did that.
Because that was before our time.
Yeah.
And also I have comics that have those ads in them, and all of them say does not ship to Canada.
Yeah.
Actually, worryingly, it says no international or Canadian. It's like, what do you mean international or Canadian?
I wonder if they just kind of assume that they probably think that we just think that because it's in the States, we're right across, so they'll just ship it here. So it's like, no, we don't do internationals or anything outside or up there.
Or they're just assuming that Canada is part of the States,
yeah.
like a lot of Americans do.
Yeah.
So he gets them. It's Venus Flytrap. It's $9.99, and that's $9.99 1980s money. So,
what, $30 now? Maybe? Give or take? Even more?
And it's Venus Flytrap bulbs.
He's on his way home.
He's reading the comic while riding the bike. Dumb move.
Yep.
Don't do this.
Don't do that. Even if you got the little basket in front of you, don't do it. Bad.
Especially if you're not wearing a helmet.
That was the 80s.
And the local bullies show up. One of whom I'm assuming is just there so he doesn't get bullied.
I was going to say, one of them I'm doubting, because there's no fucking way you're not just a plant.
No, they use him.
Yeah, he's the plant. He's the one they put in.
There's another one with no shirt and a jeans.
Of course.
There's one just dressed like Samuel Whitemoon, basically.
Yeah.
And then there's an orc. He's
got an eyeliner and everything, dude.
He's built like a freaking troll.
Yeah.
And he has spurs, but he's riding a bike.
Yeah. He takes the plant and squishes it.
Smashes it.
No real reason.
Just because he's a dick.
Yeah, he's a dick. Kid is you shouldn't have done that.
And this I really like because what are you gonna do? And then usually the cartoons are gonna be like, violence isn't the answer. No, fuck that. Kick the guy right in the balls.
Kicks him right in the balls. And hops on his bike and gets stuff fucked
That's how you do it, kids. Who should not be watching this show.
True.
But
that's where the third story kicks in. He's running away from them, and then when we come back, he's leading them to this little grassy pit. Looks like a fucking place where we have to throw down.
But apparently the Venus flytraps are real and they're giant and they eat the kids. Eat the evil kids.
Meat. He's got 4 of them or 3.
I'm disappointed in this scene. I wanted to see some child gore because it's animated. What the fuck? You see when the one goes to bite the kid and the other takes it out. I wanted a rip.
I was ready for the rip.
And a pizza pocket cheese string between the two pieces. You animated it. Why not? Come on.
Exactly.
What's the point of animating?
Animated kids don't. Yeah, you can kill them, bro. It's fine.
How many times has Bart Simpson died?
Too many.
Exactly.
Too many.
Actually, it's German for the bot. The.
Oh.
Attempted murder. Did they give it award Nobel prizes for attempted chemistry?
What a legend. I really enjoyed Creepshow 2.
Yeah, Creepshow 2 was good.
I don't know if it's just because like recency bias. I think I preferred this one a little bit over one because the 3 stories were just right amount of time, the right amount of pacing. But I think I probably enjoyed one a little bit more.
Little more.
There was a lot of shit happening in that one, like the crate.
Yeah, crate was really good.
It was really dope. It had a good monster in it.
Also,
Like
the
Tide.
guy turns back. The animation turns back into live action, and the creep drives away, throwing free comics out the back of the truck.
Looked like Tom Savini was having fun.
Yeah.
Always looks like he's having fun whenever he would make it. That was a good time. I really enjoyed this
Was
one.
a really good one.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one.
I give this an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, pretty much same, yeah.
Next week, we have another sequel.
Oh, shit.
This is a sequel. This is 2 sequels in a row now.
Yeah.
Because what's coming? It's you've seen an American Werewolf in London. Wonder where else an American Werewolf can go.
Oh, I think he saw him, like the guy, the actor, and I was like, I'm not gonna know.
Saw Lon Chaney walking with the Queen,
Yeah.
doing the Werewolves of London. But no, it's let's see where else we can have some American werewolves. Ciao.
Bye.